Welcome to the Old Coins Explorer. Here we are exploring the hidden secrets about old and rare coins. So don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Have you ever stumbled across a small bronze coin lying forgotten in a drawer or tucked deep inside an old wallet and thought to yourself, could this be worth something? Well, if that coin happens to be a 1977 Australian 2-cent piece, you might be holding more than just a bit of copper. It could be a tiny treasure with a rich story. Let's dig into the history, design, and surprising value of the 1977 Australian 2-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change that's now catching the attention of collectors across the world. So first, let's go back in time. Australia introduced the 2-cent coin in 1966. The same year, it officially switched from the British-style pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal currency system. It was a major moment in Australian financial history. The new decimal system made money easier to understand and more modern. As part of this changeover, Australia introduced several coins: the 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and 50 cent coins. The 2-cent coin stood out for a few reasons: its bronze color, its small size, and especially its unique design. Let's talk about that design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a beautiful, swirling image of a frilled-neck lizard drawn in intricate detail. The design is a favorite among collectors and animal lovers alike. It was created by artist Stuart Devlin, who served as the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen of England. His work on Australian coinage is legendary, and the 2-cent coin is one of his finest examples. The lizard's open frill and coiled body give the coin a sense of motion and drama. It's not just a reptile. It's a symbol of Australia's wild, exotic wildlife. Now flip the coin over, and you'll find a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But not just any portrait. This version was sculpted by Arnold Mackin, and it shows the Queen wearing a tiara and facing to the right. It's a design used widely in the Commonwealth nations during that era and has become iconic in its own right. So what's special about the 1977 version? Well, in the world of coin collecting, not all years are created equal. Some coins are minted in huge numbers, and others in smaller quantities. The 1977 2-cent coin had a mintage of about 70 million, which might sound like a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, it's actually relatively modest compared to other years. And over time, many of these coins were lost, melted down, or simply discarded when the 1 and 2 cent coins were pulled from circulation in 1992. That's right, the Australian 2-cent coin is no longer in use. It was officially withdrawn from circulation over 30 years ago. That gives it rarity, nostalgia, and historic significance. But rarity alone doesn't always make a coin valuable. What collectors are really looking for is condition, and that's where things get interesting. Coins are graded based on their wear and appearance. A well-worn 1977 2-cent coin that's been rattling around in someone's pocket for decades might only be worth its weight in bronze. But a mint-condition coin, one that has never been used and has all its original shine and details intact, can be worth far more, especially if it's been kept in a sealed case or collector's book. Let's talk numbers. A circulated 1977 2-cent coin might fetch around 20 cents to $1 Australian dollar, depending on where. But if you have a brilliant uncirculated BU or proof coin, it could be worth $5 to $25 or more, depending on the buyer and market demand. Some proof sets from that year included a perfect version of the 2-cent coin, and those are especially popular with collectors. But then we get into the real treasures, the errors and varieties. Error coins are coins that were misstruck or produced with imperfections at the mint. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal disc used to make coins. These kind of coins are rare and often very collectible. For example, if you come across a 1977 2-cent coin that was misaligned or double struck, its value could skyrocket into the hundreds of dollars range depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Then there's the curiosity factor. Some collectors specialize only in coins from a specific year. Say, coins from 1977, the year they were born, graduated, or got married. That gives a 1977 coin an extra layer of desirability in some cases. It's a nostalgic piece of the past, a piece of pocket-sized history. And finally, even if it's not worth hundreds of dollars, it might still be worth holding on to. Because who knows? As time passes and more coins disappear, the value of the ones that remain will only continue to rise. Collectors today love coins like the 1977 Australian 2 cent because they're a snapshot in time, a tangible reminder of a past era. They're beautifully designed, made with care, and linked to a unique chapter of Australia's story. For something so small, they carry a whole lot of meaning. So the next time you find an old coin in your drawer or tucked between couch cushions, take a moment. Look closely. That little disc might be worth more than you think. Not just in dollars, but in history. And the 1977 2-cent coin? It's a perfect example of that. It may be small, but it's got big value. If not in cash, then certainly in character.